We have got ourselves a Halo Wars 2 3 versus 3 match, and this one's going to be a little bit interesting, mainly because I will be getting a veteran to Condor this game. We're going to see how that plays out. This is a 3 versus 3 match. I'm currently in recovery as we speak, but things are going relatively well. And so, I have time to do some commentary, and that's exactly what I intend to do. So, I am playing as UNSC. We got ourselves two Covey on mid lane and left lane. They're going after the power, while I am and my teammates are going after the supply that's going around the map. And there are a little bit of graphical issues that we see right now, but that's something that's going to be squared out from here on out. And hopefully the recording experience will be a little bit smoother down the road. Long story short, my SD card kind of went bad, so I had to go ahead and repair that. And it took a little bit before I was able to do so. So anyways, we're going to go with the classic Gen 1st build. You know, the build that I said that I loved, but I also am now starting to despise at the same time. I had to wait a bit to go ahead and get that second gen up. And with Jerome, it's the reason why I tried going Gen 1st in this game is to try and at least get some infantry out, get some master domes out, and that doesn't really seem to be power extensive. And so I want to go ahead and see if I can get hero out right away and then back that up with some infantry down the line. So we're going to see if that really turns out well. Grunts are shooting the sentinels that are on the nodes, and once again, don't know why I'm having such graphical issues. I really do apologize for that, but as I said, that's something that's going to be resolved for later recordings down the line. And as we take this beautiful look at that teleporter, which finally we moved out of it, we're going to go ahead and take this mini base, and now we're going to start transitioning over to unit production after we get the hero out. So hero is now in production, and now we're going to start focusing on seeing if we can get ourselves a good scout from the infantry. Looks like supplies are there, so we're going to prioritize that so we can keep on making some marines. And then we're going to see what the enemy is going to end up doing if I choose to scout. And it turns out I wasn't even able to grab those supplies because there is a glitch in which some supplies kind of seem like they're blocked. So when the pathing towards it just doesn't really compute, your unit's just going to stay stuck there. But all in all, things are still looking relatively decent with the opener. It's nothing really too crazy. There's double grunts right now, at least triple grunts. Orange is showing war console right away. Blue is pinging for an aggressiveness with a bunch of grunts as well with Voridus, trying to push Dark Blue's expansion base. I'm still coming in with the scout, and Jerome's going to help clean some of this up. Unfortunately, the Voridus will be able to do some damage on the main base, on the expansion base, which means they're going to get some additional resources, but they will end up losing the rest of their army if they don't end up pulling back. And it does look like they're going to be able to push this back relatively well. And so now there's some snipers showing up, and so that means yellow has gone barracks most likely. And so I'm going to keep on trying to clear some of this up, but I don't want to put myself in a position where I can get flanked. And red's going to see if my expansion is going to be up. And now here comes yellow. And red is actually coming in for the flank instead of trying to see if I have an expansion base. Tried to pop the Y move. The Y move was not as strong as I would have wanted it to be. But now that I'm in my mantis, I'm going to be able to hold this off relatively well. And so we're going to try and scout red. Yellow has double turrets up. That means he has a mini base up with a barracks. And that is a lot of snipers that they have set up. We are having enough resources for Tech 2, which is going to be very nice to see. We were able to take out a sniper as well. The ghosts have shown up, but they don't have shields yet. And so we're dealing with some good bunker play that's happening by the Johnson. We do have scouts happening with red. Couldn't see that second half of the base. Don't know why I did not check there, but we're going to just keep on at least chipping away from the bunker so that way we can have an opportunity down the line to be able to take that out. And so Arbiter is here to help us out. Well, Shipmaster, I'm going to go ahead and grab that second base. Tech 2 is ready to go in a few seconds, and we're going to go ahead and try and grab the second base. I still think we'll be able to. Grunts are trying to reinforce on this left hand side, so there's a big push with Atriox, the engineers. My marines are going to try to hold this off. I will try and greedily take a second base, because I feel like I can. We're going to go after the engineer there so that way repairs aren't happening. Suicide grunts are being used, and I have 4 marines here focusing on 1 grunt. Not sure if that's the right play, but we're going to at least keep on doing the chip damage with the mantis that we have. Atriox is something that's going to be a problem, but we have an Atriox of our own. Shipmaster has shown up and he's going to start focusing down on some of these snipers, but a little bit of miscontrol here, and that Shipmaster is going everywhere all over the map except to where it needs to be. And so marine production is going to be continuing. We got ourselves a very interesting engagement. Vortis Goo does come down as well as a Mag Blast, but the Mag Blast only gets my mantis, and they are not pressuring off the fact that they were able to stun it. More mine drops are coming down by Vortis. Airpad is coming up because we want to go some Nightingales, as well as some heals for our mantis and our Masterdoms. And right now, Jerome is still doing a great job. The goo is also kind of a problem, but Atriox is clearing a lot of this out, as well as my hero as well. We're finally going to get ourselves an upgraded base, and we're actually going to make a 2nd gen here. So we're very strong with the power. We almost got taken out by the Atriox right there, but the goo is going to take our hero out, and now this is going to be our time to retreat because that goo is doing some good damage, and we lost our shields and our mantis, but we are now focusing on the next stage of the game, which is going to be mid game. So all in all, orange dark blue's base is still a problem. We want to be able to hold this off, and we're holding it off relatively well. There isn't much left, and now with some locusts as well as some mantis that are showing up, we're going to be able to take out that mid side, that middle part of the field. So I'm now getting closer to getting enough power for Tech 3, and we're only 7 minutes in. I am making turrets to go ahead and try and defend myself over here. And so we don't even have an armory up yet, but now Tech 3 is being researched, and Red is now looking for an opportunity to go ahead and pressure my side. I go ahead and ping. I do see some snipers over here, and I want to see if I can go ahead and take them out, but the bunker comes down right on time. So we're getting some turrets up. We're going to have some Masterdoms up as well, but this is going to be interesting in regards to us trying to be able to hold this, because Red's going to try and pressure the high ground. And here we go. A mine comes in. Vortis Goo comes in. Vortis Drop comes in. And now we have our hero in the mantis. And now we're going to have to try and find a way to hold this. Atriox, my teammate, has shown up. So this is going to be hopefully a good hold. But we are still in a tough position, because if they choose to flank around, I don't have much defenses in my main base. But we're going to see if they're in that position, which they are not. So they are just chilling at the top, and we have that beautiful vision right now, which means a cleansing beam, if our shipmaster has it, will be able to do some significant damage here. And speaking of which, here is that cleansing beam. This is what you call like great sync between the teammates all together. And so we got rid of the engineers, which are the biggest problem that we have, and we're going to get our upgrades for our hero. But then wait, we're at 2,000 supply, 2,000 power. You know what time it is. It's 8 minutes and 30 seconds in, and we have started making our Condor. It's not like we're incredibly behind. I mean, light blue does have 1 base, but we're still looking relatively solid here. Like, we can pressure red on this left hand side with the mantis and the Mastodon that we have, and we're gonna keep making some units. At least I hope so. I'm floating some supply here. Atriox Barox does come down, and I don't really agree with that move, but a cleansing beam is coming down. I'm going to try and split to the best of my ability. Atriox Barox, our teammate, is coming down to help at least heal up some of our units, and I'm going to go ahead and get that combat support. We're going to make a couple more infantry. We're going to make some more supply. Mine comes down from behind. We don't have vision right now because we don't have Nightingales, so we're still applying a good amount of pressure. But red has now taken light blue's base, and there is some pinging from Shipmaster to let us know, hey, they're transitioning into vehicles. And now that there's some snipers showing up, we're going to have to try and just do as much damage as we can, and then we'll fall back. Mac Blast does come down, which is going to be a problem. Our units are kind of stunned here. We're going to start losing our Masterdoms. Our Condor is almost ready, but it's still not at a spot where we want it to be. And we want to take out the base, but the base is still just kind of in a tough spot. where it's just hard to take out because we don't have enough building damage. It's so close to being taken out, and it does look like we end up taking it down. But it does cost Dark Blue practically his whole army, and so now we have to prepare for their counterattack because this is something that could happen. Light Blue was able to clear out Red's base that he tried taking from his enemy side, but right now, as I said, Dark Blue lost all his units to take out that base, which in my opinion was worth it because I do have the mother of all condors that are now out into the field. So if they dare to try to push me, I don't think they'll be able to. We're going to go ahead and get our scout as well. Condor is now out. Y move is getting popped, and it's going to go ahead and melt a bunch of those mantis. And so one thing to keep in mind here is there is a glitch in Halo Wars 2 where if you're moving your units while they destroy somebody, you don't get that additional veterancy XP that you need. So hold attack move is a way to go. Hold position is also a way to go. And so what I want to do is just keep on trying to hold attack move so that way my Condor can go ahead and stay still, do its attack, and then keep on chipping as we can. And so right now the Condor is looking pretty good. It's position, we're going to position it into an even better spot. We're getting our upgrades that we need. Hero is being focused down, and mechanical overcharge has been used to save his hero. And so now my plan is simple. Use the mantis as a distraction, so then that way we can go ahead and just keep that pressure up so the Condor could just sit there and do as much damage as possible. And so now they're trying to just do damage over here, but honestly, the Condor is doing a lot of work. It is taking some damage, but we do have some good heals, and the Condor is just continuously doing some great work here. Infantry upgrade is coming in as well, and we're just doing a lot of damage and just taking out what is remaining over here. So we cleared out Red's base and Yellow's base. Thought I would have veterancy by now. I don't even know if I'll have a vet to Condor at this point, but we'll go ahead and see. There's still plenty of game left, at least maybe. Like right now it's looking pretty good for us. And eradication with the Vortis combo is going to go ahead and knock out my whole army, but an Aatrox Barox comes in to help save at least some of that army. So now we're going to look to see if we can pressure this right hand side, but instead I decided, hey, let me go ahead and check the TP because orange is over there, took out light blue's base, and now we're just going to go ahead and just pressure. Great Y move comes down to get rid of a bunch of locusts that are there, and now we're just going to try and retreat, hold this position, and there we go. We have a vet 1 Condor as we speak. I feel comfortable enough to try and hold this. Mac is coming down though, so now this is going to start becoming a problem because Reavers have shown up. Cleansing Beam is going down as well. We're losing a lot of our army, so this is going to be our cue to fall back as Jerome floats up in the air and then falls right back down for whatever reason. But we are going to try and hold this position. They're trying to split, and great splitting by them. They avoided my enduring salvo. Bunkers are coming down as well, and we're just going to have to keep on retreating at this point. It does look like I don't want to take too much damage with our Condor. I want to keep it at a healthy level, which will be about 75%. More Reavers are showing up, which will be a problem. Mines are being dropped. You can tell a lot of their focus is trying to get rid of this Condor as a whole. And so we're going to keep on getting the heals, keep on repairing it, and keep on falling back to our base to the best of our ability. But right now, Condor is doing great work and doing great damage as a whole. And we're on our way to just keep that pressure up. And because all 3 of them are over here, we were able to at least give a relief of pressure on this left-hand side, where light blue and dark blue will now get an engagement on orange's base on that side of the map. So now things are looking a lot better for us. We're going to once again position our Condor in a spot where we can go ahead and attack, and it makes it hard for them to hit us. Of course, it would be great if I had the scout, but I do not. And with the Reavers in line over here, we got it marked for the Y move, and there you have it. 3 Reavers destroyed instantly. And so now we stop the Red's base from expanding once again. And now I think my play here is to go ahead and take the teleporter here and assist my teammates, because they are trying to do some work on that left hand side. But we'll see if I end up doing that. I am going to get some turrets. I am now starting to be a little bit concerned on a mass air transition, if that ends up happening, because that's something that would kind of counter me because I don't have enough anti-air at this moment. But Instead, we're going to actually just try and pressure red over here, or at least see what they have. My move is being dropped by the Jerome, and now they have a cloaking gen, and that's something I just don't really want to fight. I won't be able to fight. So there's still a big engagement that's happening on this left-hand side. We're going to try and smoke screen, but I think all in all, I decided to make the move to go ahead and just fall back, take the teleporter. I noticed that my teammates were at least able to take out that base, but they did lose everything in return, and so there's that ping by Dark Blue to let us know that, hey, we're going to have to defend this position, and defend this position we shall. I have a good vet 1 Condor, and I feel pretty confident to just be able to hold them off. I want to make sure I take this engagement a little bit sooner than the actual base itself, so then I'll be able to at least have a fallback position. And so Condor is now going to go ahead and try and be positioned in a way that can be advantageous for us, like what we did when we were attacking red. Can we put it in the sweet spot? And let's go ahead and also try and take these nodes around the map. And so now here we go. Orange is trying to take the second base, but the Condor is here. And we're not going to go ahead and just let them get a free base. So they self-destructed that base. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to play teleporter once again. But instead, what if I go ahead and push my right hand side? We're going to get some anti-vehicle turrets. We have some siege turrets set up as well. So can we just go ahead and take out Orange? The fact that Orange is now on one base as well, he doesn't have much. And if we're able to pressure this correctly, I think we'll be able to take him out. We do have enough units to be able to do so. We do actually have enough resources to get a second Condor if we choose to. But all in all, Nightingales are here. We're going to start focusing down on the base. Mac Blast is going to come down, which will be a little bit of a hindrance. Cleansing Beam is going to come down. I got to save my Nightingales. I don't want them to go down because they're the only vision I have besides that one scout. So we were able to take it out. Now I don't have vision at all for Orange, and Orange is retreating back to his base. And so Dark Blue is doing me the favor to help defend my base, just given the position that we are in. And I'm going to have to now try and start chipping away slowly but surely. I do have a lot of supplies, so I'm going to go ahead and give that to my teammate since he's been on that struggle bus. And now we're kind of in this precarious moment. I need vision to see the second base. I don't have much heals going on, so I'm going to have to be very careful on this push to see if I'll be able to go ahead and take out this base. So all in all, we're looking pretty good. We have red on one base. Dark Blue is going to take the enemy's expansion base, and now with the engineers from the Spirit Assault here, hopefully they'll provide us the vision that we need. There's elite rangers here too, and now here comes the air that's starting to show up. I want to take out that cloaking gen as fast as possible, honestly, because that's the only thing that's really going to be a problem. And there we go, we took that out. And now we're going to drop in Omega Team, get the stun in, beautiful stuns. And now we're also going to start taking these Reavers away, because this is the only thing that is a real problem in regards to the anti-air. If we want to keep the Condor alive, we need to go ahead and capture as many of these Reavers as possible. But the Condor is doing a lot of work, and with the help from my teammate as well, they're doing a lot of work as well. And so the Condor is coming down. Cleansing Beam is going on the Mantis, which is going to be very nice. And my Mantis is being taken care of, but my hero is not even in there right now. But we are starting to lose a little bit more units. Our Mantis, our Condor is creeping a little bit more forward, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. But now I start falling back a little bit, and Shipmaster starts pushing a little bit more forward. And so things are looking very well. Oh, and Eradication is going down. We're going to be able to split this relatively well. One of our Spartans did take a lot of damage, but all in all, Atriox hero is looking like he will be taken out. At least maybe, nope, he is going to be able to dodge it. But we're going to go ahead and keep that pressure up. Orange's base is starting to fall and go in shambles right now. We do have at least 2 out of our 3 Spartans. The Mantis here are doing some great work. Another Spartan comes down, but the Condor is just doing so much damage. I don't think they have a very good response. Mechanical Overcharge is coming down, and now we're going to go ahead and just have to retreat. We're losing practically everything that we have, but we're going to at least keep the damage up. But now we have to start falling back. Our Condor is starting to get into the red, and we don't want to lose this Condor. This Condor is everything that I have. It's everything that's important to me, and I really want to get a vet 2 Condor, I'm not going to lie. And a great Y move by Jerome. And because of that Y move, I'm going to get a great stun. He's going to go into the Mantis. The Condor is going to keep backing up my hero. Now, if only I can have it stand still for a little bit, so it can keep on just doing as much damage as possible, because this is a good matchup. Mantis cannot kill my Condor. They're going to need a lot of them, and they have to get in position for that. So right now we're still holding this off pretty well. But now yellow and red are starting to get a push on this expansion base that dark blue has decided to take. And my Condor is getting even lower. We have no heals. It's falling back. Our Mantis has leveled up as well, which is very nice to see. But all in all, these are looking a little bit scary. You have the Spartan. You had the Banshees trying to come in on my Condor. But now the reinforcements have arrived with some engineers and spirit support. And so we're going to be able to hold this. It's too bad that the Mantis level 1 also went down. But the Atriox is finally going to go down himself as well. And the Y move wasn't very necessary, but it was quite pleasing to see it hit the Atriox corpse right afterwards. And so we're still at a vet 1 Condor. I thought we would be at least vet 2 by now, but apparently not. We're going to get vehicle upgrades and just upgrades in general because we're flowing so much power. But all in all, we have a pretty good lead. But remember, red has established a second base now. Yes, we have orange down to 1 base, but orange is still doing good. Red is still doing good. So we're going to go ahead and just start making some air now. We're going to get some wingman upgrades. And honestly, I don't know if that's the correct move. I think it would have been better to just stick with the Mastodon play. But I guess because of the fact that I'm already air as is, I want to go ahead and commit towards that. And so we got rid of another Reaver. Shipmaster is coming in. Bunker plate does come down. Engineers are focus healing my Condor. And now we're going to try and pressure this once again. Sensor tower is coming down. And we're going to drop in our enduring salvo to get rid of that sensor tower. And now we're dealing with some Colossus. And there we have it. The Mantis vet 2 is out and eradication is coming down. This is looking incredibly beautiful right now. And we're going to be able to take out the remainder of the army. Atriox Burox comes down. But look at that vet 2 Condor just do so much work. It's just so nice to see. I don't even know where my hero's at. Okay, so my hero's underneath the Condor. Heroes are just being focused down. And now look at that. We are able to finish off orange. He's now down to 0 bases. And it does look like the enemy is going to be giving up. Orange has been eliminated. And all in all, this Condor, this now vet 2 Condor, has accomplished so much. It has seen so much. It has endured so much. And now Live Long Arrow is saying to search again. He wants to match up and go against us again for whatever reason. And all I have to say is GG's, bro. I don't really have the luxury to play as much as I would love to. So when you see me out in the field next time, you can get your revenge and slaughter me next time. But for now, enjoy this vet 2. Look at the vet 2 Condor. It's not something you see every game. That's something you just have to appreciate. Just like if level 2 Scarab or just a high vet unit as a whole, that's just something to appreciate. So, and there you have it. That red was going with that transition with the mass air. Cleansing beam is coming down to get rid of it. But those extra turrets I made early on in that mid game was a good move, though I didn't put any anti-air turrets. So all in all though, this game is coming to a close, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like or a subscribe. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. The fact that I got this vet 2 Condor in a game, that's pretty cool. I think I've never gotten a vet 3 Condor, and that's going to take a long time to do so. But all in all, I thought this was a very cool, fun-packed game to go ahead and showcase. And I am trying to hang in there with this commentary. I am quite, as I said, I'm recovering. So I hope you enjoyed this very smooth toned commentation. And I went 44 for 156. That Condor did some great work. 52 for 56 for my teammate and 42 for 66 for the Shipmaster. Bondsley, which is red, went 102 for 12. Johnny went 102 for 63. and a RAM 24 with 72 for 57. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I have a Discord if you want to go ahead and join that. I would love to do some spectating commentary matches as a whole. And so if you're interested, feel free to join that Discord, and if you want to chat or anything like that, feel free to do so. I also have a Patreon channel, game dev channel, where I am working on my game development. And in fact, I have a .0.0.0.1 release coming up relatively soon once I get that stuff going. As I said, I got finished recovering. So with that being said, if you want to contribute towards that, you absolutely can. It's in the link down below. But have yourself a good one. Have yourself a splendid one. Hope you enjoyed this nice, smooth commentary. Sorry I'm a little bit, recovery, but hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I'm out.